5 weeks come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. Has his man. It's Addison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Cardinals football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Throwing now, off play action. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. And his extra effort there rewarded with a solid gain. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those out.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Cardinals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. He He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. Ball at the 33 for first down. Hand off to the back. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Daniels off the play action. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Ooh, and this is a worm burner. He didn't hit this one well. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
And go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
19, Tiger. Ready, go. Alert, alert. Shot alert, shot alert. Ready.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Gets this one to Harrison. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. 1-yard gain on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You know, you don't have to be an elite scrambler or the fastest in a 40 time to make a play like that. All you need is awareness. See where the marker is and know when it's time to go get it yourself.
Here we go, set.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass, it's a far.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals pull out in front further, 13-zip. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
Play fake here. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Three. Set up. Go.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
First down, and they go right back to him. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackled by Rook Orororo. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Setting up the running back screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Ready?
3rd and long for Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
18, right in. Let's go. Say, hey. Take off.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. one back for the pick six. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Right up the gut. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders pushing for a score before the break. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Here we go, sack.
3rd and short, Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
Ready up.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
As a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go.
Again, Daniels to the air. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Cardinals get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and they're going to be going after number 3.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. The give now to Benson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Big gain downfield. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. Up the sideline, past the 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw, Daniels. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Set.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Into the hands of Culp. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 70. 70.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got him, that's Addison. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Got it. Ready?
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Here's Daniels. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Smith able to put it through. And that lowers the gap to 25 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 23. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On the set.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Motioning left is their running back. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Is in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Come on. Ready.
Here's the handoff. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Shot.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Gets everything he has under this throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little Sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Escapes the pocket. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Daniels to throw on 4th. This complete to Colt. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. Escapes a defender. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. He saw that running lane pretty early, you could tell. A quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the second level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will trail by 25. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. They're set up at the 35 now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's still going at the 30. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Complete to Cole Kmet. A gain of 15. And a Cardinal 1st down.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Cardinals football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going to run and draw here with Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. The 50. 30. The 10. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Handoff now out of the gun. Into the 2nd level past the 30. Jukes out a 1-stop. And they get to him, but this is a 1st down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Running back sent in motion. On 2nd and about a yard. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. They bring their tight end left. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Arizona. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead.
Commanders 17.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it now out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 1. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. They send a man in motion. 3rd and long for Daniels. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, street.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Check smash, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check go.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Cardinals close to picking up their 5th win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Got it. Ready? Rig alert. Buffalo 18. Hut.
Daniels. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
And And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
At the Cardinals' 3-yard line.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Go!
Daniels now. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Washington! Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Motioning him from the slot right. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Well, I know this.